Hello everyone and welcome to a review that I'm curious, if nothing else. I was sent a new blending sponge. I thought we had seen it all, you know, we've got the silly sponges and other kinds of silicone plasticky sponges. We've got all the different kinds of sponges, you know, from beauty blenders to Real Techniques, all of the sponges. Well, something has been created that I didn't know was ever gonna be created. It's a new kind of blending sponge, and this one is a microfiber blending sponge. I've never heard of these before, but the company contacted me, asked if I wanted to try some of them out. I told them, you know, I only give 100% honest reviews, but if you're okay with that, then yeah, I want to try this out, and they agreed. So this is the Juno Microfiber Fusion Sponge. It's from Juno Co. They are a company that I guess just, you know, it's the kind of company where it's like they take the middleman out or whatever, so it saves you money by not having to pay all those extra costs for all of the marketing and stuff that goes into products. So this is a $4 sponge. Heyo. That's real nice. Let's hope it works, shall we? And let's take a look at it. Oh, I like the box. So the box, it just whip nice. And I don't know, that box, it does something for me. And then the sponge on the inside here. It's a really nice like periwinkle color. I personally really like the color of it. Now, does that really make a difference? I don't know. I mean, it's nice to look at and it feels like a microfiber. Can you see? Look at the fuzzy. So fuzzy. I don't even. I'm so nervous and excited all at the same time. So it feels quite dense, like much denser than a beauty blender. I would say it feels more along the lines of the EcoTools sponges, but maybe a bit squishier than that. And it feels very nice and soft. Like this is the kind of soft that it feels like on some makeup applicators, like concealers and stuff, where they'll have the fuzzy on it, or like lipsticks and stuff, and I just want to rub my nose on it for whatever God-given reason. But it's got a nice cut to it, a nice slant. It's got a rounded base. It's got a flat top. And yeah, I'm curious. I guess I'm a lot of things right now. They say that you can use this wet or dry, so I'm going to try it out both ways just to see. The purpose of it being fuzzy is that it's supposed to combine a sponge and a brush, which is great. I personally love using both types of tools, so to have it in one, it's promising to me anyways. And it's also supposed to absorb less of your makeup because of that fuzzy layer. It doesn't allow the foundation to like go in and get all moldy inside and nasty inside, and you get to use less product. So that's great too, if these things are all real and if this ends up blending it out well. I have high hopes. I don't know why. Like with the silly sponge and that kind of stuff, I had major doubts and nothing but doubts. But with this, I'm actually like, you know, theoretically, this makes sense. And I'm curious to try it out. So I'll get you a bit zoomed in here. There we go. I've got some, you know, just redness and that sort of stuff I want to cover up today. I already washed and moisturized and primed my face today. I am just going to go ahead and put on some under eye concealer first, because I like to put on my concealer first. And doing my under eye concealer is something I don't do with a sponge. I just find that these products, they blend best with the warmth of a finger. So I'm just gonna do this really quick here. Alright, so that is all done. Now's the time. I mean, usually I like to do concealer with my finger as well, like my face concealer, not my under eye concealer. But, you know, this sponge says it does it all, so I am gonna test it all with you guys. Let's see how it blends out my Shape Tape. If I can decide where I want to put my Shape Tape. It's one of those kind of days. Are you guys ready? I'm nervous. So I think I'm gonna use, I don't know, I think I'm gonna use the top part. I mean, I think that's probably more for a contour type of a thing. I mean, it is working. I don't know that it's working as well as my finger, But again, I don't typically do concealer with a blender, so I guess I don't have too much to compare it to. It's definitely blending it. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's got kind of like harsher edges, I guess. But maybe that's because I'm using a harsher side of the tool. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? I finally figured that saying out. Okay, so concealer's looking a little shoddy. Let's go ahead and wet this, shall we? Okay, that was so strange. I feel like I just stuck a towel like this underwater, but it still feels nice and soft. You can probably see the texture a little bit better this way. Yeah. And it definitely did expand in size and get quite a bit squishier. The real test here, this is, you know, what I typically apply with a makeup sponge, a wet sponge to be precise, is some foundation. I am using a foundation that, you know, it's good with a brush or a sponge, honestly. I haven't really had any problems with it. Let's see, I am going to use the bottom side. Okay, so I kind of had a shortage for this side. I don't know that I would say it's making the foundation go any farther, but it's applying it just fine, you know? You can see here what it looks like, so it definitely does kind of seem to be sitting on the top, I guess, you know, not getting absorbed too much. But at the same time, like I said, I feel like if it were really to be expanding my foundation and whatnot, you know, am I speaking properly? You would think I didn't grow up here in America, where I speak English on a daily basis. My word. But I'm kind of finding that this works best if you use a half dab, half swipe motion. I feel like if you just dab it, it kind of leaves that fuzzy texture behind, but I feel like if you do a slight swipe while you're dabbing it, it looks really nice. There it is on my forehead. Yeah, I feel like that blended in just like a sponge would. And yeah, there's my foundation from far away. I don't know, you guys, what do you think? I feel like it worked just like any other sponge. Like, I don't feel like it did exceptionally better than a sponge, but I don't think it did any worse than like a beauty blender, you know? And so for $4, yeah, like that's awesome compared to what, the $20 that a beauty blender is. Plus I just want to touch my face with this like a lot because it is nice and super duper soft. With continued use, I guess I will see how it ends up doing, you know, how it wears and just how it holds up in general and whatnot. So I'll be able to report back to you guys later on in the future. But for now, initial first impressions is that for $4, yeah, this sponge did great. You know, I have no problems with it. So far, so good. Oh, and just so you all know, this is also cruelty-free and latex-free. Just in case those are things that are important to you. So, I hope this review was helpful for you guys. I feel like my conclusions are not like super solid or anything, but I mean kind of solid. I like the sponge. I think it's interesting and it did a good job. So thank you once again to Juno Co for sending this my way. I appreciate it. I'm really glad I was able to test it out here on my channel. And to you all, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be. If you did, please do go ahead, give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, Hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!